Welcome back to W Bricks, and welcome on into another LEGO Ninjago video. We are on the Lego.com website right now because the March 1st LEGO Ninjago releases are in just a couple of days. And I always do a buyer's guide to help you pick out the best possible products for yourself coming up to the brand new release day. So if you enjoy, hit the like button and subscribe down below. As always, if you enjoy, hit the like button, like I mentioned. And don't forget to drop a comment. What sets are you going to be picking up on March 1st? If you are not sure, I always say this, if you are not sure on what sets to pick up, wait until I review the products. There is no rush. You don't need to have it on the first day. It's better to make an informed purchase where you know the full variables of what you're getting in the set. You know exactly how good the set's going to be. I highly recommend, if you're not sure, if you're on a limited budget, to just hold off and wait a couple of days past March 1st. It is always much smarter to wait just a few days rather than to go and blow your money on a set that you're not going to end up being happy with. So please, please, please listen to me. And please, if you are not 100% sure, do not purchase until you're able to watch an informed review like my own releasing on March 1st and March 2nd. So my plan is to purchase the Thunderfang Dragon and the Arc Dragon of Focus. We're going to take a look at those, but we're going to talk about that in detail here in a second as to why I'm going to pick those sets. And if you're looking for these sets, I'm going to tell you which one might be better for you based on what sets you already own. And then, of course, get to the elephant in the room. One of the worst sets of Ninjago of all time. We're going to talk about the Ninjago City workshops and if I'm actually going to be picking it up at all. So let's talk about, obviously, the big one here first, the Thunderfang. I'm going to get this one out of the way first because I know a lot of people are going to want to hear about this set. And this is one that I'm going to say, if you need a set on March 1st, this is your go-to. I don't think you can go wrong with this set. I love this set right off the bat. I can tell I'm going to love this set. Let's look at these pictures in depth here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see that it's just gorgeous. And I love having it pulled up on the computer now, guys, and how I can record and do videos on the computer because we can take these in-depth looks here at the dragon. I've got my pointer here on the screen for you guys. So we can really take a look here. But this Aaron minifigure right here, really liking this Aaron minifigure, really liking the looks here. This looks really, really good. Dragonian, great. Knocked, great minifigure. You know, I know a lot of criticism for the cape. You guys know me. If I think there's valid criticism, you know I'm going to say it. And I think it's a valid criticism. I don't think that that's something wrong to say that he should have had his cape. I mean, that's what he's kind of iconic for being seen in. I just think that with all the issues in LEGO Ninjago sets right now, this is not the biggest deal on earth. I mean, we've got lots of issues. We can't even get leg printing or new minifigures at this point. Talking about a cape is the least of my worries right now. But it still definitely is something to add to the list. It still definitely does matter. So I do understand why people can be disappointed about it. I just don't see it as the biggest deal. As for Sora, obviously still a massive disappointment. Old torso, old legs, old armor piece. I mean, seriously, this minifigure is completely reused. This minifigure was in a $14 set last year, and we're still getting her a year later. 1 year ago, she released with this hairpiece, this exact person in a $15 set, and a year later, we're getting him for the exact same minifigure for way more money. I just don't understand why they can't recreate a suit for her. I know a lot of people won't listen to me, but I'll continue to say it no matter what, even though nobody actually listens to what I say. I actually really love Sora as a character. I think Sora's an incredible character, and I think they've given her an incredible color scheme. And I would love to see some really cool detailed suits for her in this really unique and cool color scheme. I mean, we've got white, gold, dark blue, and coral pink. I mean, imagine one of these suits for Sora in coral pink. I mean, come on, that is awesome. And as a designer myself, I'd love to create something for that. And I know a lot of people out there love doing that because they create customs for it and sell it online. I just don't understand why LEGO won't do their job and just make her a suit. Make her a dang suit. It's not that difficult. Especially when you've already got a really great character like Sora and a really great color scheme that she holds. They made Aaron a new suit finally. Now do it for her. Come on. It's really getting old at this point. As for Lloyd and Nia, you guys know I really do like these new minifigures. I know they got a pretty decent amount of hate online. I'm sure a lot of people said it was me, but if you actually listen to my content, I love the new suits. I think the new suits are really good, and I think the design is really good. I really like them, and I think Lloyd looks good here. It's great to see the armor pieces included in both. I will say Nia appears in a lot of sets. I feel like she's just kind of thrown in. She's in the $40 set. She's in the $50 set. Now she's in the $70 set here. I don't know. I just feel an abundance of this Nia minifigure. I mean, She's basically in the $40 4+ set as well. So she's kind of all over the place right now. I would have liked to have seen a different minifigure, maybe Zane, somebody that, Zane in this suit or in this regular suit is only included in one set as of right now, which is that $40 Moro set. So I feel like Zane's inclusion here would have been a lot more meaningful, a lot better. But it is what it is. It's still a good looking minifigure, and I do like it. As for the dragon, color scheme is gorgeous. One question I have here is why this color right here looks to be a bit. Um, I don't know why it's kind of pink right there. I feel like it should be purple. It looks pretty transparent pink to me. So I'm a little confused about that. I mean, we do have some pink around here. I will say that, but I think I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just the angle or something. There's a bit of pink on here as well, so maybe that does work out. I just thought that it should have been purple up there, maybe a little bit. Let's move on. The box looks okay. It looks like a small box. We'll see that in person, but otherwise, same image we just looked at. Yeah, it looks pretty good. You got a kid here holding it up, so you can get a little bit of the scaling here. So it doesn't look like it's the biggest dragon on Earth. That is definitely one of my concerns. Is going to be the scale of this dragon. I'm definitely concerned as to how large the thing is going to be, and obviously seeing a kid there holding it up, it doesn't look like it's the biggest thing on Earth. I mean, his hand there on that dragon, yeah, it's just not looking that big to me. But it's gonna take it in person to really see. Minifigures look great there, of course. You get to see Noct again. Looks like he's carrying that same sword. Aaron looks good there. Don't like seeing the electronics in here. I am worried that someday they're just going to cut out paper instructions altogether. The electronics was the worst possible move they could have done for Lego Mario at the beginning when they just didn't include manual instructions in the set, and you had to have the app to build it. Not everybody out there can afford to have an app, or not every parent wants their kid to have an app or whatever, or an iPhone or a tablet, whatever. Not every parent out there wants it. Not every kid has access to it, and it should not be dependent on when it comes to building Lego sets. And that is a massive fail that the original Minecraft sets did. And I don't like seeing it included in an image here. Obviously, very, very, very small nitpick and something, kind of personal opinion on that. But I just don't like seeing that here. I feel like Lego is a handheld product, and at the end of the day, world is too focused on electronics and stuff. I know I sound like an old person, but seriously, and it's crazy as somebody that does YouTube for a living to be able to say that. But I think it's too dependent on electronics, and I think Lego should just stick to what they're good at, and that's creating good handheld products and toys for kids to play with, and kind of get them off the video games and the electronics at that time. So I know I sound like an old person or somebody's mom, but seriously, something to think about. Looks good there. Once again, scale of it does not seem very big. That's my only concern here. Does just look really good, though. That's our last image there. Love this collar piece around it. Color scheme is just on par. I mean, fantastic. The gold in there looks good as well. You got some chains around there. Yeah, this is definitely a day one. Definitely a day one here. Highly recommend this one. I think that if you want to pick up a Ninjago set, this is the one to go for. I just don't see either of the other sets standing up to this one in value. Very, very good. Very solid set. If you want it, pick it up. 100%. I would endorse this. But obviously, my opinion could change when I have it in person. This stuff happens all the time. Some sets I think I'm going to hate, and then I end up loving them. Some sets I think I'm going to love, and then I end up hating them. So I never really know how I'm going to truly feel until I have it in person. But I will say I don't see myself disliking this set. I think it genuinely looks good. It looks like it has good posability options. Looks like it has good play options. Good selection of minifigures. Just can't go wrong with it for $70. As for the next set, let's talk about, of course, the Arc Dragon of Focus here. This is one that, I wouldn't say is controversial, but it's kind of just an opinion-based set. I mean, you're either going to like it or dislike it. And from what I've seen here, I'm just not in love with the design. As we see, we've got Kai and Lloyd and Cole here, which is great. One thing I am disappointed about yet again is that Cole is included in another $100 set. Last year with the Cole's Titan Mech, obviously very controversial set, but with that Cole being exclusive and remaining in that set at $100, it stopped people from being able to get their favorite minifigure. I mean, if you want to include exclusive minifigures, that's fine, and I 100% agree with that. But when it comes to the Ninja, I don't think the Ninja minifigures should ever remain exclusive. If they want to include, an exclusive villain or something, great, that's great. Put in some exclusive variants of the Ninja maybe. But taking the minifigure themselves and just isolating it behind a really high paywall stops 5-year-old, 10-year-old kids from being able to get their favorite character in the show because it's at such an expensive price point. especially in this economy. No families can afford $100 Lego sets. No regular normal family can just on the whim get a $100 Lego set. And even for birthdays and stuff, it's going to be difficult with how terrible the economy is around the world right now. So I'm disappointed to see Cole once again at $100 price point. I know I've talked to people, my buddy Nerdy Bricks. If you've not seen him, check him out over on YouTube. But he's one of my admins on my Discord server, and I was talking to him about it, and he's like, I'm so disappointed that Cole is once again at the $100 price point. And though he's not a huge fan of either of the sets, he really wants to get one of the big $100 Ninjago sets here, just so he can get his favorite character in Ninjago, and which is Cole. So I think it's really disappointing to see Cole once again at a $100 price point. That is 3 times in a row that Cole gets locked behind a $100 price point with his nice minifigures. So pretty disappointing to see that. As for the Forbidden Five, we've got, I think they said this character's name was Zarked. I don't really pay attention to the show this much these days, but I think that's Zarked. And, oh, what was this guy's name? I've got the box right here. Hold on. I've got the box right next to me. I've got all the box here. Drix. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Man, guys, memory's going. Yeah, but we got Drix here. I really love Drix's design. He looks fantastic. Pixel, once again, included in the set. I mean, it feels like she's everywhere. We've got a Dragonian. Looks good. A little disappointed we don't have the dragon tail on the back there. I mean, that's obviously a very, 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 very small nitpick, but I don't know. I feel like at $100, the set's already going to be pushing it a little bit. Once I look at the piece count and everything, it's pushing it a little bit. And I feel like why not include his dragon tail on there? I don't know. I feel like asking for the smallest things with Lego some of these days is extremely impossible, but it is what it is. As for Zark, I've seen a lot of talk about people loving the Forbidden Five designs, and personally, I love the Forbidden Five characters. Once again, I'm pretty sure people think I don't like them, which I've literally never said. I like the Forbidden Five characters, but I'm not a big fan of the color scheme here. As for Zark and the new one, they seem really bright colored. And when we looked at like Drix and you look at Noct, it's kind of just subtle color within the black, and I thought it looked really clean. These big pops of color, it's just not my favorite design, personally. It's just not my favorite design. Some people are going to love it. Some people are going to dislike it. I don't hate it. It's not my favorite. As for the little basket hat, very, very nice new piece. Always good to see new pieces. So that looks pretty good there. Box looks okay. Oh, they didn't even, wait, was Wildfire? Wildfire's not even in this picture, but she's in the set. Once again, Wildfire included in the set without the armor. That is fantastic. $100 set. She doesn't get the armor. I can't even, wow. She wasn't in that first image, so I didn't even think about Wildfire. And there she is without the armor. That is crazy, man. $100, and they can't even include that 0.0001 cent armor. That is crazy, man. That is just, wow. That is ridiculous. Wings look decent. Looks like that's vinyl, just like the Thunderfang there. Man, that Kai minifigure with the armor looks really good. Cannot wait for that one. As for the dragon, if you guys have seen my other videos, I'm just not a big fan of it. I'm not a fan of the design here. That's not my favorite. Let's see if there's a better image of it. See, this one looks a little bit taller than the other one, but only when the legs are fully extended. And the legs won't have total posability or articulation, because as you see, there are Evo joints in there, it looks like. Right there at the center. Let me get my little mouse crosshair thingy a little bit bigger. But right down here, it does look like those are Evo joints in there. So not going to be the best posability options, unfortunately, especially at a $100 price point. But actually, when I'm seeing it in this angle, I actually don't mind the color scheme as much. This is a set that I've always said is going to be an objective one. I mean, you're either going to really love it or really dislike it. And originally I wasn't a fan of it, but from this color angle, it's probably, their lighting choices. They get to pick whatever lighting choice they want. How it looks with like the sun coming in and stuff. I mean, that looks pretty good right there because it looks more gold. But in reality, it is more tan. There are no more images that way. So yeah, see, I don't like it from this angle when it's like all tan here. It doesn't look as good to me as when see, look, it looks kind of gold here. And if it was, I think the gold looks good there. With the purple? I don't know. Interesting. Guys, just a quick thought for all of you. Just a little W theory. What if the Arc Dragon of Focus is Sensei Wu and Lord Garmadon? Why is it their color scheme? Huh? Look at that. Look at that little twisty poster up there. What if the Arc Dragon of Focus is Sensei Wu and Lord Garmadon? Who knows? But yeah, it's not horrendous. I think for the value of this set, it could be worse. It's not terrible. Piece count isn't my favorite thing. I like to see 869 pieces for $100. I'm not liking that, especially when the Zane's Ultra Combo Mech just had 1,187. But this one does have a better minifigure selection, I would say, than the Zane's Combo Mech. I think the Zane's Combo Mech minifigure selection is pretty meh. It's decent, but meh. So this one, it's got a better minifigure selection, but I mean, you're losing out on 318 pieces or whatever. So I don't know. It's kind of a give or take there. Man, it's so difficult. It's so difficult to judge these without having them in person. But I think that if you really like the design of this set, I don't think it's going to be bad for your money. I think that generally you're probably going to get good value for your money from what I can see. Wings do look really small, though. Tail looks pretty pathetic back there. Is it not? Yeah, there's not a video where I can turn this one around and look at it from all angles, but I don't know. This one I feel like is a bigger risk. I feel like the Thunderfang is generally going to be a really good set. I feel like there's not going to be much of criticism there when I get it in person. I feel like it's kind of straightforward. You just kind of see the set and you know it's going to end up being good. This one, I'm worried about the size on it. I'm worried about the posability of these legs here because I just don't think you're going to have good uh, posing options when it comes to this thing. As for play, the same thing. I mean, these legs are going to be completely solid here. These are Evo joints. So your only movement on these legs are going to be ball joints on the feet. So I don't know. And even the feet look kind of pathetic too. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's going to need to be in person. This one, personally, I'm on the fence for now. I think some angles of this thing look good, but some angles still have me questioning it. Like, what the heck is this? I don't know. I would say if you're on the fence for this one, like I am, hold off until I do a review on it or somebody reliable does a review on it. As long as they're not a land member, they're probably more reliable. I don't know. It's difficult to find a reliable source for reviews. I'll probably pick this one up to review for you guys. I'll probably pick this one up. I've been kind of on the fence of whether I wanted to pick up these sets or not, but I probably will just to continue on collecting all of Ninjago as like a 100% thing. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm on the fence for it. I really am. I might pick it up. I might not. You guys might be surprised whether or not I have it on the release day. Honestly, I might just order Zarked or whatever. That might be what I do. I might just order Zarked just because I kind of just want that minifigure, but I don't know, guys. I don't know. Let me know down in the comment section below. Are you kind of on the fence like I am with this one? I just don't know. It's basically the saying for that set. As for this set, I am on the fence for as well, simply because I want to make a complete video on it, destroying it. But we've got the HD image pulled up here. Let's talk about this in depth. We've gotten a few still images to look at, but now we've got something here where we can look at fully in depth. And we can really break this thing down. So let's sit down, let's break down this entire thing. Let's pull this set apart. First up, the mech. I don't hate the mech. Simply because I think the design of the mech looks good. I can tell that there's good knee joints, good foot joints, good elbow joints, good shoulder joints. I mean, you got everything. This mech looks solid. I know some people don't like the look of it, but I like the look of it. I think it's good. It's a good mech. It just don't belong in this set, and it will never belong in this set, and it's a complete waste of parts for this set. This set is already $250 with one of the smallest piece counts we've ever seen at a high price point, only 3,200 pieces, and as an Ninjago City set, it is already really low on pieces in comparison to the rest. So taking a huge chunk of pieces, I would say this probably takes a good 85 to 100 pieces to build this mech, at least. At least. I mean, look at all the tiny little details in there. There's a lot of pieces into this mech. I would probably about 100 pieces, I would say. That could have been 100 more bricks that went into expanding the roof of this and, giving another layer to this actual set. Not putting a mech here. I swear somebody has a mech fetish at Lego. They got to put a mech in everywhere. Monkey Kid has mechs all over the place. Dreams has mechs all over the place now. Marvel superheroes and Star Wars have mechs now. I mean, seriously, stop with the dang mechs, everybody. Mechs are cool. Don't get me wrong. I love a good mech. I like this mech. But holy smokes, you guys got to chill. Like, seriously. Come up with something else, man. And taking that and putting it in an Ninjago City set just doesn't work. I will say right down here, this little, if you guys can see, I'll try to make the little crosshair a little bit bigger. Right down here at this spot, I am really liking that little kind of foliage there growing up the side. That looks nice. Water looks nice, of course, as it always does. This, once again, this massive stand for the mech takes up a huge amount of pieces to put it there and to stand the mech there for, once again, zero reason. Why is there a mech in the set? And it's not just the mech taking away pieces from the actual build. It's this. Nobody buys the Ninjago City sets to look at a mech. They buy it because they look gorgeous on display. They're a unique, fun design thing. Nobody wants a mech from this. Nobody wants a mech from a Ninjago City set. If you're telling me right now in the comment section you wanted a mech in a Ninjago City set, you just made that up and you just completely lied. Nobody wanted a mech in a Ninjago City set. And with the mech and whatever this contraption is here to hold it, you're wasting probably about 150, maybe 200 pieces combined for all of this stuff here, mech related. 150, 200 pieces, all mech related stuff. What a wasted section of junk. Seriously, that could have gone into expanding the top of this building, kind of filling out these buildings, whatever. I mean, these are very, very thin buildings. This looks like it's going to be maybe 8 studs wide, it looks like right there. And this one looks like it could be just 6. Is that two, 2, and 2? This one looks like it's 6 studs wide. Those are the thinnest buildings in Ninjago. I mean, that is crazy, man. 6 studs wide, and we're focused on building a stand for a mech. Gosh, somebody has really got to get over their mech fetish at LEGO. I mean, it's getting ridiculous. As for the bottom of this, you got Dr. LaRoe down there, which we've talked pretty extensively about the minifigures. We're only going to talk about them a little bit today because I will take any chance I can to just completely destroy the figures in this set. But I like this little feature here. You got a little garage door thing opening up. It looks fine. Looks fun. A little different. You got a little crane system here. Cool. Nothing different there. As for the rest of these buildings, they feel very plain. The other Ninjago City sets, they all have like really intricate details throughout the buildings. And like this building I feel like it's just a straightforward brick on brick. Nothing special about this. I mean, there's no snot techniques really. I mean, you got a little bit right there for the window, but it just feels like there's nothing there. As for this side, you get a little bit, but once again, that's not really snot from what I can tell. It's probably just some like crevice bricks, the ones that they use for old garage doors in like 2008 Lego City sets. It's just, it just feels very straightforward. And like, look at this. There's like no bricks put into this. Like this entire mech feels like it has more pieces than this entire section right here. Like, look at that. It feels like this has more pieces than this entire section. Imagine if you would just take this out, and build on a whole nother section to the top. You could have really expanded this. Or put on a 16 base plate on the side here, another 16, 32 by 16, instead of another 32 by 32, and expand it over to the side a little bit. I mean, you could have done literally anything, but they put a mech. Oh, I don't like this either. Look at this. Hold up. How did I not see this before? There are no orange lanterns. Or blue lanterns, I mean. Every Ninjago City set has their, like, blue lanterns that hang off the balcony way. This doesn't have it. They cut the blue lanterns. The blue lanterns has been like a signature thing of the Ninjago City set since their release, and they cut the blue lanterns out of this set. Small nitpick, but still something about the set that's just, what the heck? Why would you cut the blue lanterns? I mean, that's 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's 12 pieces. And they cut the lanterns. Just put a couple lanterns through there, man. Disappointing. This building looks a little bit better here on the second side. You get to see a little bit of snot techniques used on this window, but this is still brick on brick. And up here, it looks good. You got a little bit of snot techniques, but nothing crazy. I do like the looks of this building right here. This section right here that I'm putting my crosshair around, this top section here, yeah, this carries the entire set. Mad carries the entire set. You got the image of Cole's Titan mech across the window here. You've got the Upley on a poster here from season 13. Very, very cool. The color scheme here is fun. It's like a comic book store. It looks like, I don't know, we'll look at the other pictures, but it looks like a toy store or something. The crane up top, I've talked about since this set got revealed. I've hated the set since the reveal, except I love this crane. Oh my goodness, I love that crane. It is such a fun design. It's unique to the set. It's cool. It's got a cool color scheme. It matches good. This is fun. Is that like Zane up there too? I don't know. This top section looks really good to me, other than the blue lanterns missing. And that's another thing is look how good this top section looks. I mean, this top section looks like Ninjago City and what Ninjago City should look like. And then you look at this bottom section and you're like, that is not the same thing. This looks like what Ninjago City should be right now, especially in 2025. Remember, guys, these sets should be progressively getting better every time. This looks good. Color scheme looks just like Ninjago City. That's what I want to see. You got teal, you got some lime spring green in there. You got different red, yellow, and burgundy and orange shades there. That is awesome. And then I like the dark blue up top too. That contrasts very, very well. And then these bottoms, just this entire bottom section is just garbage. Look, this section right here is just empty. Look at it. It's just empty. There's not even a wall back there. It's just empty. Man, that is just disappointing because that top looks really good. Seeing it up this close and on my computer monitor here, 32-inch monitor, I'm able to look at this now, right up close. This top looks good. I love the details of this. Those are upside down chairs. Very, very nice there. I love that. Transparent sign back there looks good. Cut him out of it. I don't care about him. But the rest of this top section is very, very good. This whole medium to bottom section is garbage and it's ruining the set, plus the mech. Box looks fine. Looks like the same size as the other thing. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy there, except we get to see the mech on there. Gosh, it just uglies the entire Ninjago City. Stop putting mechs, please. But see, yeah, look, that mech looks good. Look at the posability options. Look at that. See, that's a good looking mech if they would just release it on its own. Wait, why can't this be a $20 mech? Why do we get these hunky mechs that are kind of garbage? And I mean, I've really been enjoying the mechs, but seeing a mech like this, I mean, it shows what they can actually do. Why is this not what our $20 mechs are looking like? Elbow joints, shoulder joints. Why are these not the $20 mechs or $25 mechs? I've always been a person that didn't dislike the Evo joints. I thought the Evo joints were fine, for lower price point mechs. I didn't think it was the worst thing on earth, but when you see mechs like this, why are all of our mechs not made like this? Because this looks really, really good. And I take everything back. No, I don't think Dorama is the worst character in this. I think he's the worst Ninjago character of all time, but I don't think he's the worst minifigure in the set. I still think that they should have printed this dark purple. He's already got such minimalistic printing. The least they could have done was put dark purple on there, and they couldn't do it. I know Crazy back there. My buddy Ridsaw is really loving that print piece right there. His favorite character is Crazy, so shout out to Ridsaw. Looks like Clifford, the big red dog right there. Got a close-up look here. I really like this hat piece. It shows what Lego can actually do. You got a nice dual mold here of the hat and the hair there. Looks very cool. Don't care about either of them. There's a bit of that garage door look and Dorama peeking inside. Once again, just doesn't look like there's really anything inside either. Oh, yeah, that is nice. Look at that buildable set. It's like a model. Wait a minute. What are these down here? Look, that's Cole's Titan mech. That's Lloyd's Titan mech. What is that red tile? What the heck is that red tile? That's Cole's Titan mech. That's Lloyd's Titan mech right there. This has got to be Zane's. Or Jay. This got to be Zane's. Maybe that's Jay's Titan mech. I was going to say, is that Kai's Titan mech back there? They're giving us a little hint. What is this? OG Samurai X, it looks like, maybe? Cool. Cool. I really like this interior. This is that building up at the top, too, that I really like. And here's where the set goes south. Yeah, what an embarrassment. I mean, let's be fair. The set already went south. Let's be fair about that. But, oh my gosh, the set just falls off right here. Harumi is the peak minifigure of the set, but even then, they couldn't give her leg printing. What the heck? City minifigure, nobody cares. Dr. LaRoe, you guys know, I think it's a complete slap in the face. They couldn't just give her the actual legs that she comes with. They just cut off her doctor's coat and slapped on dark gray legs. I mean, of all the characters in this set that should have gotten leg printing, I mean, forget Harumi, Twitchy Tim, and Dorama here. She's the only one that needed the leg printing. I mean, it's literally her design, and they just decided just not to do it in a set that's already overpriced and missing minifigures. I mean, we're looking at a a set that we got a year ago, the tournament Temple City, which had like 3,500 pieces and 13 minifigures, and now we've got 3,200 pieces and 10 minifigures, and they couldn't even give us leg printing here. Gosh, at some point, if you stand up for this, there's just nothing there's nothing anyone can do to help you. You're just an idiot. I mean, the facts are right there, man. Put in the leg printing. Twitchy Tim, fine, whatever. Still, even though I think Dr. LaRose is the worst character in the set, even above the city minifigures, I don't know why she got included. Just give her the printing. Twitchy Tim is fine, whatever. This city guy, don't care. This one I think is hilarious because Ninjago, the designers were definitely like, oh, we gotta add another figure into this set, and let's make it a city minifigure. But if we put 4 city minifigures in there, people will be really mad. So let's just take off the head of a city minifigure and put a Dragonian on it. They'll never notice. They'll call it a Ninjago figure, not a city. Yeah, you guys are idiots. I really don't get it, man. Clearly, it's just so stupid. It really is. Just give us an actual Ninjago minifigure. I mean, you know the amount of Frohickey fans out there that want a Frohickey? I mean, Geo, where is Geo? Where is his minifigure? Whether you like him or not, I don't care. He deserves a minifigure. It's, but instead they got to pull this crap. Pixel in every expensive set this year. Zane, which nobody really cares because if you're buying this set, you already have the $10 Zane mech anyway. So I just don't understand that. Another city minifigure. This is probably the best city minifigure. And then you got Dorama. Terrific. And then you've got the puppet. All you got to do is remove this crap, clean it up, and it would have been a great set. It would have been so good if they would have just done their job to the full extent that they can, but they won't, and they never will. I don't know why I'm surprised. Man, this top looks good though. For everybody says that everybody that says I do nothing but hate on Ninjago, gosh, that top looks good. That looks really good. Yeah, that color scheme on this building and that crane. This building and that crane carry the entire set. It really does. I would have loved to have seen a full building, like a full corner unit building of this color scheme. That roof design looks fantastic as well. Getting to see these pictures up close and stuff like this. That might be dark blue on the roof. That might not be black. That might be dark blue chairs upside. I like that little star thing there. Very good. Very good. Still, I don't understand where the blue lanterns are. That was kind of a necessity. Another look at all the mechanisms that go into this stupid mech. Mech looks so good. Put it in its own set. I like the use right here. They use a scarf piece upside down and tan to represent noodles. I really like that. You got chopsticks here. Very good. Very nice design. Okay, you see each of the buildings pull out. That's fine. Except for this one, obviously, which is just doesn't pull out because there's nothing to pull out. It has no walls. We're missing walls on an entire building in the city. That makes sense. Man, look at those stickers up top, though. Holy smokes, those look good. Those do look good. Looks decent on right there. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. What is this? They display that you can build the mech yourself. Why are they displaying a blank black mech or blank dark gray mech right here? What the heck is that? That is terrible looking. Why would they put that as like the biggest picture on the back of that alone? That is terrible. That is our last picture. Thank goodness. 250. I'm going to say don't buy it. You guys know me. I'm going to say don't buy it. I would say wait for me to review it. I'm on the fence. I'm either going to buy both dragons and forget this set, or buy this set and Thunderfang. I'm not sure. I honestly, I'll probably buy this and Thunderfang. That's probably my thing because I feel like I really need to get an in-depth review here of this set. You know, I could be wrong and it could be a really good set. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to. There's stuff I'm just not going to be wrong about. Mech should not be included. This should not be included. Minifigures should be better. I mean, that's not going to be. That's never going to change. So if you're waiting to purchase the set for a review for me to think that my opinions on stuff in the set are going to change, Minifigure selection, my thoughts will not change. That is set in stone. This is the worst minifigure selection a large Ninjago set has ever had in the history of Ninjago. This is one of the worst minifigure selections a large, expensive Lego set has ever had in the history of Lego. This is horrendous. That opinion will not change in person. The mech being included, that opinion will not change in person. Neither will this. None of those opinions will change. The only opinion that could possibly change is that I don't like this middle section. This middle to bottom section, that is the only opinion that I could see changing when it comes to having this set in person. I might end up liking the designs down here a lot more, being able to see it in person rather than seeing it on the screen. But that's up for grabs. Minifigures, mech, none of that, none of those opinions are changing. None. I mean, at this point, it's really that's not really an opinion. That's just kind of a fact there that this set has way less minifigures and way less pieces than other existing Ninjago sets that were released very, very recently. It's just not where we should be. It's not what we should be seeing. That's just a kind of a straightforward fact. We should not be receiving less pieces and less minifigures at that high of a rate. Less than a year later. I mean, it's been 10 months since the release of Ninjago City, or the Ninjago Tournament Temple City. We should not have lost 300 pieces and 3 minifigures for the same price. That is just absurd. And the fact that those two sets will be sitting on shelves next to each other, it's really a no-brainer to get the Tournament Temple City. Really a no-brainer at all. If you are not extremely excited about any of these 3 sets, please do not feel pressured by anyone to go and purchase them. This will be the most expensive year in Lego Ninjago's history. We have a almost $1,000 summer wave coming out in just a few months, and there will definitely be some good sets released in that time frame. You are going to want to save your money and not just blow through it because you see LAN members getting it for free. Please listen to me. I know a lot of people don't, but please, if you're going to listen to me on anything, do not waste your money. Do not be rash and just dump your money into something because a LAN member told you that you're going to love it. That is not guaranteed. LAN is forced to tell you that you're going to love it. It's kind of a proven fact at this point. So, if I were you, I would personally wait for my reviews. Otherwise, I really don't see much of my opinions changing when it comes to reviews. These are kind of straightforward sets. The only one that's really up for grabs is if the Arc Dragon of Focus is a really good set or not. I'm really just torn between that set. I don't know how that is going to turn out for me personally. Thunderfang is going to be a great set from what I can see. I just don't see this set going wrong whatsoever. And Ninjago City Workshops is just all over the place and the worst set released this year by far. But part of me wants to hop into the dumpster fire and take a look at it in person. But once again, please don't feel pressured to buy any of these sets. Don't let anybody online or any of your friends or whatever, don't let them pressure you into thinking that you have to purchase a set. You do not have to go out and purchase a set because other people are on March 1st. Only buy what you really, really, really want, especially with such an expensive year coming later on. I can guarantee there's definitely going to be at least one set that is going to be fantastic by the end of the year. There's no way they strike out on all. I mean, okay, let's be fair. It's possible that Lego strikes out and does not have a good set for the rest of the year. It's definitely possible. It's on the tables, but I would say it's unlikely. I think that there's some very promising ones like the Lloyd's Jet set coming up for $100 later this year. I think that one sounds very, very promising to be a very good set. So if, you're on the table, you're on the fence, you're not sure, you don't need to buy it right away. Hold on to the money, wait, wait for reviews, wait for time to pass, maybe wait for a sale if you're kind of on the fence anyways. All of these sets will go on sale at some point. I can guarantee they will. There is no way in heck that these never hit a sale. They will hit a sale. So it's probably best just to wait for one of those. If you do want an Ninjago set right now, if you're like, hey, everybody's buying Lego sets right now, everybody's buying something. I understand. I get that, the peer pressure of the Lego community, everybody's buying something. You want to be able to buy something too. I don't feel pressured to only stick to the stuff releasing on March 1st. I know it's always nice to get the brand new set, to get the brand new thing that everybody's talking about or getting. But hey, this is your collection. These are your sets. Who cares what other people think? Who cares about what other people like? Pick out what you're going to like the best. And if you don't like any of the new sets, hey, maybe go for some of the older ones. Dragonian Stone Village gives you a really good minifigure selection. While it has probably the worst build of the year so far, because it's just so small and pathetic for 40 bucks. That minifigure selection's awesome. And with Dragons Rising Season 3 around the corner, you are going to definitely want to get your hands on that J minifigure. I mean, looking through these, please don't buy the Ultra Combo vehicle or Ultra Combo mech. I think that's the worst set, or second worst set of the year. The Aaron and Roz's Stormjet, that set is really, really good as well. Hey, if you want to spend just a little bit of money, if you're on a really tight budget or you don't have much money, go for one of these $10 sets. Obviously, I would recommend the Zane's Battlesuit mech first, but Sora and Kai's Spinner are both pretty good as well. I would always pick Kai over Sora simply because Kai's has a new minifigure where Sora only has a new hood piece. The rest of her is reused. Obviously, Tournament Temple City is still out there. If you want a big set and you've saved up a lot of money, hey, it might be the most inaccurate Ninjago set of all time, but it's a dang good set. It is a dang good set on display. Minifigure selection is meh, but it is a dang good set on display. It's a really fun building process, so I definitely recommend that. And if you don't want to, if you want to spend a good amount of money, but not $250, because that's a lot of money, maybe you go for the Source Dragon Emotion. I think this is probably the greatest dragon build of all time. This and the Skull Bringer or the Source Dragon, or not the Source Dragon. Gosh, guys, it's late when I'm recording this. It's like 3 a.m. But the Skull Dragon from season 13, I think this and that are the best sets of all time for dragons. Obviously, Cole's Titan Mech, if you're an adult or a teenager that's really into collecting and displaying, highly recommend going for this one. If you're a kid, if you're really into minifigures, obviously don't go for it since it's such a slap in the face. But hey, it is a great looking set on display. I still 100% recommend these two. I think these are the two best sets on shelves right now. Oh man, that's hard. That's hard because I think the Source Dragon Emotion is one of the best sets on shelves. The Jay's Mech Battle Pack, if you don't have that, please go pick it up. Please, please, please. I've got like 6 of that set. I cannot stop buying it. It's so freaking good. But the Wolf Mask Shadow Dojo, guys, please, if you do not have this set, please, please, please go pick one up. This is such a good set. Such a great minifigure selection. I mean, look at that for $120. Look at that minifigure selection. All of your big bads, plus an extra villain there on the side. Then you get Lloyd, Kai, Nia, and Zane. Lloyd, Nia, and Zane were exclusive to the set. I'm sure they all came in magazines at this point, but hey, they were exclusive at one point. Very, very cool set. And this is probably, this has got to be the best set on shelves. Let's be real. 659 pieces, 6 minifigures. A couple of them are exclusive for just $50. I mean, this thing is awesome. The build is okay. Not the craziest thing on earth. They've got some great part usage here at the top with the Sensei build. But Jay, Kai, man, great minifigure selection here. You got Tox, Sora finally with a different suit in there. You got Cinder, who looks great here. Man, yeah, incredible, incredible set. Definitely the best set on shelves. I would say this is the best medium price point on shelves. This is the best higher price point on shelves. This is the best expensive set on shelves. Man, really, really good sets overall, though, on shelves right now for those. If you don't have the Young Dragon Ryu, definitely recommend that one. Highly recommend the Kai's Elemental Fire Mech set. This one for $30 is an absolute steal. Please pick it up. Please do not pick up the Dragonstone Shrine, as that is also that was the set I think I ranked the worst set of 2024. I think that it's just not a good set. Or no, this was. Yeah, please don't buy this. Don't buy the combo vehicle. I would stay away from E-Galt. But there's a lot of good options, guys. I've got tons of videos on this, but since I had it all pulled up, I thought I'd mention some stuff for you guys. If you're interested in something other than the other sets, hey, if you still haven't picked up these elemental mechs, these are all fantastic. Sora and Kai, I think, were the best. Skulls was decent, but this set was, oh my gosh, that set was like, there were so many good sets in 2024. There was quite a few good sets in 2024, and this one was just right up there. Oh my gosh, that is such a good set. I want to buy another one. I want to go buy another one. It's so good. So good. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video here today. Obviously, if you did, hit the like button down below. Hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions about upcoming March release sets, let me know down in the comments now. If there's a certain set you'd like me to review in March, let me know down in the comment section below. I might be able to pick out a couple of those and purchase those to review as well. Minecraft content is coming. The first Minecraft upload will be within a day or two, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for 33,000 subscribers. We have gained over 1,000 subscribers within the last week, so thank you guys for that. Obviously, the Minecraft content's been going pretty crazy, and everybody's loving it, so that is terrific. I love to see that, and I love to see the growth in subscribers. So very, very cool, guys. 100,000 on the way. Thank you guys for watching it today. Hit the like button, subscribe, and don't forget that comment down below. Have a great rest of your day, and thank you for spending this time here with me. And I will see you all later on W Breaks.